to go. But yeah, who won? Who won the game?
Dallas beat the Giants.
They did indeed. I didn't see it. I just read the stats. It looked pretty. It looked pretty boring. The Giants kicker killed it. He had a bunch of.
Well, that's all they could do, man. There was no offense. Well, there was. Like, Neighbors got a lot of catches. I think 11. And like 70, 80 yards. And no touchdowns. Wan'Dale Robinson had a good game. He had like 9, 10 catches himself. He had a good fantasy week. Singletary, he was pretty much shut out. I thought he was going to have some running room out there because Dallas' defense hasn't really shown up on the rushing defense the past couple weeks, but they showed up for the Giants.
Singletary got 24 yards.
Yeah.
Not what you want to see. But Nabers got 115. But yeah, CeeDee Lamb got his touchdown. It wasn't the first touchdown of the night, but...
No, the next one will be Rico.
Is it Rico? Yeah, Rico Dowdle. Pretty boring game. Like I said, I'm glad I didn't watch it. Dak had the good stats, but... I mean, it is what it is. I didn't even want to talk about this game. But like the kicker, if you had the kicker, bro, you had some good points there. Joseph for the Giants, he hit some pretty big field goals. He says in our league he got 19 points. I'm like, that's pretty good.
And they signed him just weeks ago, yeah.
No, they did? Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Their best player is a kicker. That's awesome, man. And Aubrey had an okay game.
Hey, I've been there, done that. Baltimore, Justin Tucker.
I actually started Ferguson over Andrew Mark Andrews. Yeah, over Mark Andrews this week. So.
That was a great play, and I would have done the same thing.
He was 7 for 7 for 49 yards.
And in PPR, that's what works.
Yep. Especially
not much for standard leagues, because that goes by yardage.
But that was his first game back, so I mean, not bad. At least I think it was his first game. All right, well, here we go. I'm betting on the Bengals again. What are they, 0-2?
Bengals and Carolina.
Do they have a win yet?
Andy Dalton gets some more time with that playbook. He gets to dwindle with a couple things. I really don't want to say that last week was a fluke because a veteran quarterback, they can adapt and catch on to a offensive scheme that they're familiar with just like that. Like it just comes back like muscle memory. This is his second year in that system, so even though he's been the backup, he still knows that playbook. I think Carolina is a better team now with Andy Dalton under center. I'm not saying that puts them in the playoffs, but I'm saying it makes them a better team. I think they're going to get a better offense output from that. I still see the Bengals winning this, but
Bengals haven't won a game all season, and they're 0-3. The Panthers already have one at least.
I mean, yeah, the Bengals have been losing, but I think this is the one that they're going to get the win back.
Right, they're not going to go undefeated.
Because they haven't been looking like trash. They've just been getting outplayed.
There are 3 teams that haven't won yet. The Titans.
Well, the Titans is the given.
The Bengals and the Jaguars.
What is going on?
That's pretty funny. All right, well, I'm betting Bengals again. I think Jamar Chase is going to get one.
Yeah, and this is one of the better teams, too. But I wouldn't be shocked to see Carolina win, but I think the Bengals are going to get their first win this week. Yeah, come on, Burrow.
See any notable outs? Oh, yeah, T. Higgins had his first game back last week. So we'll see if he gets more looks this week. That'd be nice to see.
And that Carolina defense just isn't really showing up. So
well, they have a lot of outs on the defense. Injuries and stuff.
Maybe we should have put Jamar Chase on that anytime touchdown.
Maybe. All right. Next one, it's the Saints and the Falcons. I feel like this game always gets heated. These two teams.
Well, it's a division rivalry, so those games are always a little different.
Yeah, I remember watching Matt Ryan and Drew Brees go at it, and yeah, it was always a good game.
You have two good defenses here too, but I think this being the Saints ball game, I think they're pissed off about last week. Oops.
Well, it says Kamara's questionable, and so is Olave. So I mean, those are two key hitters. Who else do they got? They got Shaheed.
And Bijan is questionable as well.
I'm not seeing that. No, he's labeled good to go.
Oh, is he now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, that's a game changer too.
Yeah, he's labeled fine.
I think this is going to be a good game this week.
I'm going Falcons. Kirk Cousins, come on, buddy. His total record is 4 touchdowns, 3 picks. So, Bijan only has 1 touchdown. Do you think he'll get one this week?
It's going to be tough against Saints defense.
If Kamara was healthy, I would bet him all day to get a touchdown. But it's the way it goes.
Kamara's out?
Well, it's questionable. I don't know what that means. You want me to see why he's questionable?
Well, I had seen that he was questionable, but it looked like he was suiting up.
Hip ribs is officially listed as questionable to play in Week 4.
Yeah, I think he's in play. I'm going to go Saints on this one. I think they're going to win that division.
Says he got 2 straight days of practice put in.
Carr looked good the first 2 weeks. He had an off game. Been playing like another good team, so I think they bounce back this week and get the win.
Well, I think Olave.
You saw Drew Brees was at the game last week, right?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
That's funny. Good for him. Yeah. All right. So wait, you're going Saints?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's
What's
funny.
your color, Mike? Are you red?
Blue.
You're blue.
Yeah, it's funny. So Breeze shows up at the game, and there's some Eagles fans behind him, right? And they're talking some trash. And
Oh man.
he's like, "Oh, didn't I beat you guys?"
No, he didn't.
He beat the Birds.
No, I'm saying he didn't say that to him.
He said that he had a pretty good record against them guys. So that means, yeah, it's Drew Brees.
It's Drew Brees.
Yeah.
He's a legend. All right. Oh, another rivalry game, huh? And divisional game. Oh wait, never mind. We're doing an S draft.
You're fine.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville Texans. It's really hard to, go with the Jaguars right now.
Yeah, like I said, 0-3. So
They're still trying to figure things out there. I don't know what's going on. Trevor Lawrence, I thought, was progressing every year. This year, it's just, I don't know what happened in the offseason. It's still the same group of players, minus, Calvin Ridley. They got Gabe Davis, and Evan Ingram is out again, and he's officially out this week as well.
yeah, they had a tough game against the Bills. They lost pretty bad.
I see the Texans bouncing back in this one. It's a divisional game, and they need this win, want this win. Jags just isn't the team right now. Until they figure things out, it's just the way it's going to go.
Well, remember that last week you bet the Texans to lose, and they lost to Minnesota. But they got destroyed by Minnesota.
Well,
and the Texans, yeah. So,
Minnesota's been the number 1 defense all year.
Yeah, Stroud threw 2 picks against Minnesota.
They've really shown up. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Texans on this one. I think they're...
I think that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing good to say about Jacksonville. They had a terrible
That'll
game.
probably be one of my FanDuel picks. For those of you out there.
I think Trevor Lawrence needs to, make some more easy passes and throw less picks. That'd be
He's gotta
nice.
get the ball to his receivers.
Yeah,
I mean,
Kirk had a terrible game.
No, well, actually, Christian Kirk had a better game. He actually
Well, he
threw
had
to
8
him.
catches. But
Yeah, he finally threw to him and got him the ball.
Yeah.
And that used to be his number one receiver, and he hasn't been looking his way on as often.
But yeah.
So start doing that again, and maybe something changes.
All right. Well,
The Broncos and the Jets.
and the Jets.
The Broncos are coming off a good win. I just don't see them beating the Jets. They have a really good defense. Aaron Rodgers is starting to get back in his groove. Yeah, I just think both offensively and defensively, the Jets overmatch the Broncos here.
Well, the Broncos.
Bo Nix is still learning.
Bo Nix is definitely still learning. But
I
remember
like him
that
though.
last week they were one of our upsets. They scored 26 to a Buccaneers 7. So is that a fluke, or are you thinking like this team really rallying together? Like Bo Nix didn't even have a touchdown throw though. Oh, he ran a touchdown in Bo Nix.
I actually was watching that as it happened because I had flipped to the NFL game highlights and they had that live playing.
Well, it looks like Denver scored a bunch of field goals early.
Yeah, they're still trying to figure out things in offense. Yeah, I think this is gonna be Jets ball
Jets.
game.
Let me just check their game last week. Rodgers, I think, had a okay game. Yeah, 24-3 against the Patriots.
He had a couple touchdowns.
Yeah, he had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he
Almost
seems to be
300.
getting some chemistry going.
Conklin was his go-to.
Yeah, he found his tight end for 93 yards.
Yep.
So that was good to see because Conklin's a good tight end. He barely drops the ball.
Lazard got a touchdown in
Well,
last game.
there's a reason why.
Well, who do you think's got the touchdown in this game? We didn't even do that the last one. Guaranteed touchdown.
Oh, guaranteed touchdown?
Yeah.
Oh, man, those are kind of hard.
And we're not saying this is guaranteed. We're saying if anybody was to score stats-wise, who we would choose.
I think Brees Hall's going to look good in this game, too.
You know, you think?
Yeah.
I don't want to pick one. If any, probably Lazard, because Rodgers and him seem to be getting.
This might be a sneaky play for Conklin, too.
Yeah. Oh well, it could be a big game where the defense just scores all day.
Yeah, I'm a defensive guy, so I'm gonna roll with the Jets on
Jets,
this one.
Jets.
And I just think they have the better offense.
Let's go, Rodgers. Discount double check. Remember when that was a thing?
I still love it though.
Yeah.
You know what we haven't seen in a while is after he scores the touchdown, he does the championship belt thing. Kind of miss that. Kind of do. So next up, we have the Vikings and the Packers.
Vikings pack.
Man, like, I really want to say the Packers, but I think it's going to be the Vikings.
So Love is questionable now? Oh, he's active? Is that what they're saying?
They're saying he's going to be active for the game. I think they should take another week off. Let him heal up a little more, but, I mean, he thinks he's ready and the doctors can clear him, you know.
It says he's expected to play. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
He missed 2 games for an MCL sprain.
But if I were to bring him
Brett.
back, I would bring him back in a softer matchup than this. You don't bring him back against the number 1 defense.
Yeah, but if it's at Lambeau Field, though, you don't want those fans all angry. You want to give them a show, you know.
Well, yeah, but Malik hasn't exactly done bad, and I'm just saying you're going up against the number 1 defense right now, and they're getting sacks. Like
you don't want your quarterback to look or bad either.
Like
you know?
they're getting 5 to 6, and I just don't want Love taking those hits right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they'll have some special thing on his foot or whatever.
Now,
You know?
once you're getting back into the groove of the game, you definitely want to get hit a couple times because it gets you the feel
Mike
of the game. It
condones
gets you
hitting the quarterback.
No, like
Unnecessary roughness, roughing the passer.
well, I mean,
You can't touch the quarterback, Mike.
For those that play, it kind of gets you back into the ball game. It gives you that adrenaline rush. As long as you're not plowed by like Ray Lewis, I think you're good.
Yeah, especially at a nightclub. So who you go? I mean, I'm going Minnesota.
I'm going Minnesota as well.
Yeah. They look too good. Jefferson's, we're thinking, going to have a good game, touchdown.
And also,
30 yards at least.
I would have minimal expectations with Josh Jacobs this week. He is going against the number one defense.
He's still your RB2, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
But you don't think
You don't
he's-
bench your studs. I did bench him in another league. I got cute and put
Oh,
Singletary
yeah, you put
in,
Singletary in.
and That didn't work out too
No,
well
it
with
didn't.
Singletary getting 4 points. So yeah, don't do like I did. All right, our next match is going to be the Colts and the Steelers. I'm going to go with we got Jalen Warren who is out on this game, but Najee Harris is there as their
Says-
starter.
Says Wilson's questionable.
I mean, he wouldn't be the starter.
Oh, so they're sticking with Fields?
I think they're going to go with Fields for the remainder. I think they like him.
I think they do too.
I
Do you think Pickens will have a better game? I mean,
Yeah.
he's putting up numbers. I mean, he's doing stuff, but obviously the defense is what's really winning them games.
Yeah, I think this is going to be Steelers' ball game. They're going to make Richardson pass the ball. Okay.
And that's when he throws the picks.
Yeah, and
Yeah. His total now is 3 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. So.
well, he's still learning how to be a quarterback.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I'm not saying,
you
this
know,
guy's a
I
piece
mean,
of-
he's going to show some flashes, but I mean, he'll progress each year.
Yeah.
But I just don't think this is going to be the game. I
No.
think it's going to be Steelers' ball game.
If you can feed Taylor the ball and he can
Mhm.
find holes in the defense, I mean, maybe, but I'm going Steelers.
I'd put the ball in Taylor's hands.
Oh, yeah.
Rush it.
We're going Steelers?
Yeah.
Ciao. This game sucks.
Oh man, the Bears and the Rams.
Yeah, nobody cares.
I really don't see much out of neither one of these offenses. The Rams, they're dealing with injuries with Cooper Kupp, Puka Nuka. So really, it's just a toss of the hat of who you're throwing to each week. The Bears, they haven't really impressed me this year. And they got a good offense. But they're saying that, Keenan Allen is listed as questionable, so he'll probably finally play. I mean, the Rams don't really have a defense. It would depend if, Caleb can actually get the ball to his playmakers for this one. But I think it's going to be the Rams that win.
Really?
Kyron Williams, yeah.
Betting on
That's-
Stafford, huh?
No, I'm betting on Williams.
Williams, yeah, he
Yeah.
is definitely leading that
That's
team.
who you
for sure.
ride right now.
He's carrying that team, basically.
He's going to have to carry them.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in Williams.
But, I mean, like I said, this game can really go either way.
I don't know, man. Williams at the helm. Swift's having a terrible year. Their best guy is DJ Moore. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, let's go LA.
Yeah, I think it's just
I feel safer there.
I'm already picking Philly.
Already?
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about it.
Yeah, well, what's what we're on to now?
All right, Tampa and Philly.
Nothing you want to talk about last week's game?
Well, there's a difference this week, though. You've got, Devonta Smith is out, AJ Brown is out, so you got Goddard and you've got Barkley. That's going to be like the the helm of that offense this week. Tampa, Todd Bowles knows how to work that defense. I know that things haven't been pretty. The Bucks have been letting us down. They really let us down last week.
Against the Broncos.
Yeah, no, obviously the better offense is Philly when they're healthy. Okay, but I think they're banged up enough for an upset here.
Well, hopefully your boy Baker will have a better game. He had 1 touchdown, 1 pick last game.
And I know Evans was questionable this week, but he is going to play.
He is going to play. All right.
Philly's defense hasn't really been showing up.
He's talking.
But they did look better last week.
Yeah, they did look better. But Barkley's obviously the stud, looking good. A.J. Brown's still out.
And I know Rachaad White, he was listed that he was back in, but now he's listed questionable again because he's got illness.
Yeah, Devonta Smith is labeled out for concussion.
Mm-hmm.
He did suffer a concussion last week. And protocol is to stay out, which is weird. Earlier in the week, he was labeled as questionable. I'm like, why would you label him as questionable? He had a concussion. Like, what are you doing? But I'm glad he's going to sit this one out. It's going to suck if you're a Philly fan, but I still think you could beat the Bucs, no problem. With your boy Goddard, do you think he's going to get 200 plus yards?
I think he's going to be the number 1 receiver for sure.
For sure.
Because he was being looked at a lot last week. And when I was playing here, it was like, yes, thank God. He's getting catches. I need this.
But yeah, last week it was a 15-12 win over the Saints. And Goddard had 10 catches for 170 yards.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But Barkley also had 147 yards and 2 touchdowns. So that's what you want to see. Poor Jalen Hurts. Yeah, he didn't get a touchdown all night. He threw 1 interception. Over 300 yards though. But it says Barkley had a 65-yard run for a touchdown. It's pretty good. Anybody could do that, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Barkley also got a 2-point conversion in the last game. And like I said, Devonta Smith suffered a concussion. I'm going Philly. Like I said, I'm back on the I hate Baker club. Do you think Godwin will get a touchdown?
I think the Bucs are going to win.
Okay, we're split again.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, this is our second split. So. Mike with the blue. Gus with the purple. It's gonna be it's gonna be in Florida. So that might help them.
Yeah, like I said, if everybody was healthy, I would roll with the Eagles. But this one, I'm just not feeling it. I just feel like just your tight end and running back just not going to do enough for me. I think it's going to be Baker shows up in this one.
Yeah, that's what I said last week. I was like, Baker's got this. He can do this. Then again, Jalen Hurts didn't have a phenomenal one either, so whatever. But I'm still going Philly. Like I said, I picked Philly to win the Super Bowl, so.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right, next up, we got the Patriots and the 49ers.
Gold. San Francisco Gold.
Obviously, on the 49ers side, you got Chris McCaffrey still on IR. You got Debo. He's questionable. I think they're going to leave that to a game-time decision. But really, even with Chris McCaffrey out, you really haven't seen him miss. Jordan Mason's been filling in there fine.
Yeah, he's still IR.
He's definitely their workhorse. And wow, Juan Jennings last week.
Juan Jennings.
Holy crap.
Yeah, he's on your team, right?
Yeah.
He was on the bench, right?
Yes. But he played in my other league, though, so I didn't miss out on that 51 plus points. Yeah, 11 receptions, 175 or 177 yards, 3 touchdowns. What a game.
Against the Cowboys. Nope. I picked the wrong game. Hang on. Against the Rams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Juwan Jennings.
I don't think he's gonna put up
3
those same
touchdowns.
numbers this week.
No,
but
of course not. He has 3
I
touchdowns.
still
on
think he's a guy that you would play this week still if Debo is still, working his way back in. I see the 49ers taking this game. The Patriots, they're still trying to figure out their offense too. They look stagnant. They look average.
Yeah, they suffered that loss. The Jets, they didn't even score a touchdown.
No. And when you're facing the 49ers, who has one of the top defenses, and, this is a championship caliber team, yeah, I don't see the Patriots winning this one.
Yeah, they're struggling.
Even in fantasy terms, there's not a Patriot player that I would want on my team right now because there's no one you can depend on.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, that's why you dropped Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
He had that one good week, but yeah, still like.
Well, and he's even questionable this week too.
Exactly.
So he's still getting back from injuries. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with 49ers on here.
Yep. Cardinals or Washington.
Oh man, Washington's looking good, but I feel like this could really go either way. Washington put on a good show last week, and they beat the Bengals. And yeah, say what you want. Bengals haven't been putting up wins all year, anyways, but that's still a team that's built for the playoffs. They are a contender every year. Well, at least for the past few years.
Who?
When Burrow isn't hurt. So,
What are you talking about? Cardinals?
no, I'm saying of who Washington beat.
Oh, who Washington?
So, I feel like this game could go either way.
Well, Kyler Murray looked rough last week against the Lions. 1 touchdown, 1 pick.
Mm-hmm.
He did rush for 45 though. But that's typical of Murray.
I think they were trying to put the ball in the air and soon with Marvin Harrison Jr.
He did have a touchdown. You think he'll have one this week?
Yeah, I think Marvin Harrison can
That should guarantee,
yeah. I kind of want to go with the Commanders.
You're going to
Even
well,
though,
say something good about the
even
Commanders.
though I want to say Arizona, I
You haven't
feel
even said
like
anything.
Washington can do another upset.
What do you think Washington can do? They beat the Bengals though, 38-33.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just outscored.
Jaden Daniels had a better game. He was actually throwing for more than 10 yards a pop.
21 out of 23, 254 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it was just coming out party last week.
And 12 carries with 1 touchdown rush. Yeah. So 3 touchdowns total. That's pretty.
And everybody forgets about Robinson sitting back there.
Your boy finally stepped up, McLaurin.
Yeah. He didn't finally step up. He finally got thrown to.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Past 10 yards.
All right. Well, yeah, he got 4 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
See if there's any injuries.
Can you do that a second week?
Mike, you gotta pick, Mike. They got Mariota, but yeah, he's out. Eckler's out. Crowder's out.
And I know McBride is out for Arizona.
McBride is out for Arizona.
Yeah. But they got James Conner. They got
Zay Jones is suspended, so.
that too. Yeah. Give me Commanders on this one.
Mike's going Commanders. Took him forever, but he finally picked it. Yeah, and our guarantee in that one would be obviously Marvin Harrison, right? Or do you want to go Scary Terry?
No, Marvin Harrison's a safer pick on that one.
Right.
All right.
All right, Chiefs. Yeah, we're going
Chiefs
Kelsey,
and the
guaranteed 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Easy.
Not in a divisional rivalry game. I think this is going to be Chiefs ball game.
They're undefeated.
Yeah. I just don't see the Chargers being able to. Like, the Chiefs have a better defense. They can stop that run. J.K. Dobbins is having a good year for the Chargers. He's finally healthy, which is a plus. They're still trying to figure out their number one receiver. But yeah, I think this is going to be Kansas City. Rice, Carson Steele, he looked okay last week. Okay. Kareem Hunt, he's active now. He's on that. He was signed to the active roster this week. I don't think he's going to be the guy that they're going to rely on. So I'm going to say this is Chiefs ball game.
Okay, we're back. You're saying it's going to be Chiefs ball game.
Yeah, I think they're going to have this one.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the Chargers at all.
All right, so next we got the Raiders and the Browns. Ooh.
Well, our secret source on the inside, he says that don't bet on anything the Raiders are going to do. So,
well, I think I'm going to roll with the Browns on this one.
I think I'm going to go with the Browns on this one too.
And also because, the poor Raiders,
they suffered a loss to the Panthers. Yeah,
their running hasn't been there. I had bigger hopes for Zamir White. Now I didn't think he was gonna be tearing up and getting a bunch of yards every game and being like a top 5 running back or anything. I still saw him as middle of the pack, top 15. But I haven't seen any production from him like that. I mean, he's getting like 27 yards here, 40 yards there. I think his top yardage this year is 40 yards. It's actually been Alexander Madison that's been getting, the touchdowns and the stealing carries. Gunnar Minshew is an upgrade from what they had before, but
he had 1 touchdown, 1 pick last game.
Yeah, but it's just I don't see them being better than the Browns here. The Browns have a better defense, and they're going to get to the quarterback. And, also...
The Browns also suffered a loss to the Giants.
Yeah. That was a surprise.
That was definitely... yeah, we didn't see that.
No. The Browns should have won that game.
Amari Cooper had both touchdowns, though.
Okay. It was good to see Cooper involved in the game. I was wondering when he was going to be able to find connection with Watson. It was there last week. He looked his way quite a lot. But yeah, I think this is going to be Browns' ball game, both offensively and defensively.
Who's got the touchdown? Yeah, he also
That's
said,
hard to pick for this
our
game.
secret source said definitely don't put Devontae Adams as a touchdown.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Not against the
I
Browns.
think it would be a Browns touchdown, and it's probably going to be
I think if
either
there's any
Ford
Raider,
or Cooper.
I think if there's any Raider guaranteed touchdown, it'd
It's
be
none of
Brock Bowers.
Bowers? Oh, okay, I could see that.
But I wouldn't see Devontae Adams. Madison might steal it from White. But yeah, on the Brown side, I would say that's Cooper.
Yeah, Chubb is still on pop.
In fact, I would look Cooper's way quite often because his old stomping grounds is the Raiders. They drafted So this is definitely a revenge game for him. He's coming back home.
Coming home.
Yeah. You picking Browns on it too?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Alright.
I'm gonna have to go Brownies.
Yeah, it's rare.
I don't know.
when
I
we
think
split,
Watson's
but
gonna
I'd
throw a
like to see
pick
that.
though. I think Raiders will get a defensive touchdown or something.
It's possible.
But it's gonna be an ugly game. I'm not really interested in it.
Oh, I definitely don't feel like watching this unless I got like a parlay, but only just to see who's winning. I'm not gonna watch the game.
No.
What? So what do we have next?
This is our prime time. This will be the Bills and the Ravens. So it'll be in Baltimore, I'm pretty sure.
Oh man, we looked good last week against Dallas. I loved everything I saw from Derrick Henry. And yes, I'm sorry, I'm a Ravens fan.
You're a Ravens
You know,
fan.
I'm gonna gloat a little more and shine with him this week. Derrick Henry, Zay Jones, Lamar Jackson was looking good. Defensive, it was there. Now, as excited as I am, I don't expect to see this week. We are facing the Buffalo Bills. You know, one of the top defenses. You know, Josh Allen. He's a good mobile quarterback. They're still trying to figure out their wide receiver situation, but it looks like Shakir's getting that one. He's been their number one receiver the past 3 weeks. I think that'll carry into this week. Last week we finally got to see Keon show up and play. We really hadn't seen that since week 1. That was really encouraging. Now I wouldn't say to go ahead and start firing them up in your lineups in fantasy football and expect that every week. But I would say this is something to look forward to, that Josh Allen and him are finally starting to get on the same ground, and you know he's learning that offense. But you gotta realize he's still a rookie, and each rookie has their own way of learning and their own progression throughout the season. Some it slows down for them, others, well, welcome to the NFL. It's a different scheme, you know, than college. I really want to say that I would like to see us win. It's going to be a tough game.
You think Cook's gonna get a touchdown? Or you think Allen's gonna walk one in on you guys? I don't know. Your red zone's pretty good. It'll probably be a throw.
That would.
So either Shakir. Not Shakir. Yeah, Shakir. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know about this one. Then yeah, I would probably go with a Ravens touchdown.
Yeah, I think Henry's going to get a touchdown.
Yeah, I think Henry's got one in him. He's looking very good. Yep. Still strong, still
Derrick
healthy.
Henry would be the only player that I would start.
Man, I don't know who to pick either. You know what? I don't want to bet on the Bills, so. But, no.
Hey, we used to have that, right? A game to where we can't really pick.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the ones that's just really tough. And I would love to say
Man, forget the Bills, man. Come on. I think the Ravens need a win, right? Didn't they lose last week? Oh no, you did win.
I think it's going to come down to
You guys beat their Cowboys.
defense. And I think with Derrick Henry on our side, let's go with the Ravens. Yeah.
All right, that's Sunday's games. Do you know who the 4 teams that are still undefeated?
Who are they?
Well, guess. Come on, bud. You know it's them. You know it's them Chiefs, bro. That's one. The Bills. Oh yeah, you might not get this. The Seahawks. And the Steelers.
Well, I think the Steelers are going to stay undefeated.
Yeah.
I think the Lions will make it a little tougher for the Seahawks, but I can see the Seahawks holding on
And
to
we
that.
think the Chiefs are going to win.
Yeah. I think each one of them can stay undefeated this week. I think the only one that will be up in the air.
Well, we haven't talked about the Seahawks yet, but
Well, yeah. I think we're gonna put a curve in that and let Buffalo know that we are the AFC still.
oh, we're both going Baltimore.
Yeah,
Oh man.
that's for you, Aaron.
Whoa.
That's special piece. He's a Bills fan, and I'm pretty sure I'll be getting texts tomorrow.
Yeah, I
all
think
throughout the day.
home field. Let's go, Baltimore.
Yeah, it's in
Oh, it is.
Baltimore.
I think it's supposed to rain though.
Oh, that's good. That means more power football. And when it comes down to power football, the Ravens are going to have that one. That's what Derrick Henry's built for. James Cook, he's good on dry field.
So who's the touchdown then?
Henry.
Oh, Henry, that's right. Good pick. Yep. All right. Monday games. We got 2 Monday games again.
Again?
We got 2 Monday games again.
Huh.
Great.
Like,
No, wait. Yeah. Yep.
I'm
2
big
Monday
on that
games.
for Sundays. Not much on Mondays, man, because, some of us work on Mondays. Yeah, we were just talking about them. It's going to be the Seattle Seahawks against the Detroit Lions. Both are good teams this year.
DK.
I think the Seahawks will get this win.
I think they will too.
The Lions will make it tougher, but man, DK's looking good. Kenneth Walker's
good.
coming back this week. So they definitely got their running game going again, too.
They both had wins last week, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Charbonnet, or whatever his name is, he's doing very well for the Seahawks.
We decided to name him Chardonnay.
Oh, okay. I don't remember deciding on this, but yeah.
Maybe that was just a me thing.
And classic Gino, he threw 2 picks last week. You think he'll throw some picks in Miami?
But see, Gino's a good game manager, man, and he's above average. He's a good quarterback that can get you a win, and he knows what he's doing out there. He's a seasoned veteran. I think it's going to be the Seahawks, man.
The Lions last week, yeah, Goff threw a pick also. But Montgomery was looking like his old self. 23 carries, 105 yards, 1 touchdown.
Well, he's still a running back one on any team, and I really so there's a lot of teams that have complementary running backs and they share time. This is one of the best backfields that share time between the 2 running backs, and they're both hitting.
Mm-hmm.
It's an even share, but they both get the job done. They can both catch the ball. They can both rush the ball. They're hard hitters. Now, I like David Montgomery as like that short yardage and that guy at the end of the game to grind it out. Because by fourth quarter, if you're losing and you've got that big running back coming at you, you're tired and run down. You don't even want to touch them anymore. You know what I'm saying? And that's what used to happen with Derrick Henry, guys like Marshawn Lynch. You don't want to touch them anymore because they're just blowing right through you. But yeah, that's what they got going for them in any game is that running game. When the offense isn't getting it done in the air, they can get it done on the ground. I just don't think it's going to be enough against the Seahawks.
St. Brown, that was his first touchdown of the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. But I think that's definitely going to be the better game to watch on Monday. I think this is going to be a good game. Medium score.
You know what I would do?
20s.
I would move the Titans and the Dolphins to Sunday. Bring that Ravens and Bills to the Monday night.
Well, I don't know how they choose what is or isn't.
They got their own people for that.
But yeah, I think Seahawks got it. Gino's going to throw some picks. It's going to be a good game. Yeah, but Goff will throw some also. I'm hoping DK blows up.
Me too.
But guaranteed touchdown, is it? We thinking DK or Charbonnet?
So for each team, I think David Montgomery is going to be a guy that's going to get the rushing touchdown for the Lions. Yeah. On the Seattle Seahawks side, I think that's going to be DK. He's really been shining these past few weeks. and I think he can carry that momentum. Like if he's healthy and you get the ball in his hands, he's a game changer. So yeah.
Well, okay. Yeah, that's a good solid pick. On to the next one. I guess it'll be in Florida. The
Tennessee Titans and the Miami Dolphins. So for the Dolphins, Skylar Thompson, he is listed as questionable. Obviously there's no timeline on when Tua's going to be coming back.
When he just get hit? It says ribs.
Yeah. Well, he was listed as questionable. They don't know if he was going to be able to, play.
Right.
Everyone's hoping that he does. I think Mostert's finally getting back into the game too. He's been out
He's
for a
still
bit.
questionable, yeah.
Yeah.
June Mostert listed questionable in the final injury report.
Even with that, I still see that offense not being the same without Tua.
Yeah, he says he would still be behind A-Chain, so...
Yeah, and I think the Titans have a better defense here.
Oh, are you going Titan?
Well, they just got DeAndre Hopkins back.
Oh, they got Hopkins back, huh?
Oh, he had a good game last week.
Yeah, I'm on it last week.
I think he had like 9 or 10 receptions, a touchdown. I think it was like 73 yards, 79 yards. Something like that.
Where are the Titans? They lost to the Packers. Levis had 2 picks, 2 touchdowns. Tony Pollard had nothing. Did he get hurt or something? 6 carries, 14 yards. But Hopkins, he has 6 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah. That was positive.
Mm-hmm.
So now, obviously, he's not as young as he used to be, and he's not as fast, but he's hands. Still question marks at the quarterback position there with Levis.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think that right now it's a better defense. I think they're going to take that.
All right, 2 upsets.
2 upsets?
Yeah.
My upsets is the Lions beating the Seahawks, taking them out of being undefeated.
I wouldn't call it an upset.
I mean, it's an undefeated team.
Yeah, true.
You know?
Any other ones? Let's see. I could see Panthers doing it again. Those poor Bengals getting 0-4. That would be a crazy upset. And then
let's put that as number 2, yeah.
Well, we were split on a couple, but Chargers, that'd be a good upset.
I was just looking at that.
That'd be a good upset. Or the Bears, I could see that being a crazy upset. But
well, I think they're both trash.
a lot of these, it's like it were rough picks, like Steelers, Colts. Like, yeah, I still think Steelers got it, but I could totally see Indianapolis rallying or something.
Mm-hmm.
Raiders, obviously, those teams suck. Like anything could happen. But yeah, like Patriots, I think that's a guaranteed loss. I don't think there's any way they're gonna win.
No, they would need their offense to play just as good as their defense, get in a position, and even though the 49ers have their injuries, they're still able to mask that with who they have on their personnel, with Jordan Mason and Jennings showing up for Debo being out, and Chris McCaffrey, obviously Jordan Mason's filling in.
Right.
That's just a better, team.
Did we pick him for that touchdown?
Jordan Mason?
Yeah. There's a couple we didn't do a touchdown pick for. Like, we didn't talk about the Texans. Tank Dell's out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, who would be that touchdown?
And Mixon is still questionable.
He's questionable.
Man, I really wish Mixon was back because I'll say he's the guarantee.
Right.
I think Diggs is going to get a touchdown this week.
See that.
Yeah. And I don't want to rule out Nico Collins. He's
solid.
He's playing just as good. But I think Stroud is getting used to having some Stephon Diggs there.
It was the touchdown for Philly Bucks. I was saying Barkley, but
I think on Philly's side that is going to be Barkley because they're going to have to rely on the run game.
If the Bucks were to score, though, who's going to score?
Oh, on the Bucks,
I don't want to say Mike again.
Mike Evans.
Yeah, it would have to be Godwin.
Well, Todd Bowles says he's like he wants to get the ball into his hands. It's like, well, yeah, that's your number one receiver. But the thing is the Bucks have two number one receivers. Okay, Chris Godwin gets overshadowed by Mike Evans, and Mike Evans is rightfully so. He's been like their leading receiver and has been getting 1,000 yards a season since his rookie year, and very few receivers can claim that with their tenure. But yeah, Chris Godwin's no slouch to that. He's been playing in the slot. He's been tearing it up. Him and Baker Mayfield have a lot more chemistry this year. I think the guaranteed touchdown for them would be Godwin. I feel like that's his safety blanket, as he was to Tom Brady. But for your big playmaker, that's always going to be Mike Evans. I mean, he's a game changer. He can literally change the ball game with just
if they utilize him. He's been having a slow season. But.
Yeah, well,
it is what it is. Yeah. But the Chiefs, did we pick Rashee Rice?
I think we were having that conversation before we started the podcast. I think when it comes to touchdowns, I would love to say Kels, but after the past few weeks, I'm not feeling that confident with that. So I think if you're going to have a guaranteed touchdown here, it is going to be Rice. I don't want to say that Carson Steele's not going to get one. I think Carson Steele, with his opportunities, he can cash in a touchdown in this game. But I think Rice is going to be the guy that Patrick Mahomes is looking at. So.
And I don't think we picked one for the last game, Monday, Tennessee.
Oh, Titans and the Dolphins. Yeah. Go ahead and give me Hopkins again and that game for the Titans side.
He got one last week.
For the Dolphins, it just depends with the quarterback
I don't see him
play
scoring
because
if that H-chain maybe.
Well, see, this is the sad part. The Dolphins aren't a bad team. It's just they don't have
a leader,
a guy that's calling the shots as a quarterback right now because he's injured. But I mean, they got playmakers, and if you can get the ball in Tyreek Hill's hands or Waddle's hands, and they're playmakers. But it's just really sad that I can't go with those in this game. The Titans have still a good defense, so I think my guy in this is going to be Hopkins. Welcome back. Yeah.
All right. Let's see what's the next Thursday.
Oh yeah. Yes. What is Thursday game?
I don't know. Hang on. This will be week 5. Bucks, Falcons.
Oh, division game.
I think it's gonna suck because it's a Thursday night and they're gonna be tired.
Oh, they are.
And it's gonna be a terrible game. But I'm going with Falcons.
That was
depending on injuries, of course.
Yeah. Pending that, I kind of want to agree with you on the Falcons side on that one. Our minds will probably change tomorrow once we see the gameplay.
Yeah. I don't like talking about.
But I like giving them a little perception of what it could be. I agree with you. I would roll with the Falcons on that. I think they're home on that too, right? They're in Georgia.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So they don't have to travel.
Yeah.
And, all right, MVP game. What's gonna be the best game to watch? Probably primetime again.
I think I'm gonna have fun watching
Bills Ravens. You're gonna hate it, bro. You're gonna hate it.
I'm gonna hate it because it's my team.
Right. You're gonna be freaking
out. But yeah, I was seeing my favorite games. I'm looking at the Ravens and Buffalo. I still want to see Baker play. And
Yeah.
the playmakers aren't there for the Eagles, but I'm really looking forward to seeing that one. The Falcons and the Saints, I'm looking forward to seeing that one.
Yeah, I like that.
It's a division game.
But I even like Minnesota Green Bay. That's a good rivalry too.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's the thing is that there's so much history between those teams,
Mhm.
and division rivalry games. Like it doesn't matter what your record is. You could be undefeated playing against the, division rival that only has one win, but that game, it's different. It's raw emotions. They hate each other.
I'm thinking prime time. That's my go-to game. Oh yeah, that in the Niners game. Do you think they're gonna utilize Juan Jennings again, or?
I think they're gonna try to if Debo isn't in that game. 11 catches. Right. I think Brock Purdy felt comfortable with him last year. Yeah. Well, last week, and some of those catches, wow, like over the head, and the one where like he slid on the ground.
Oh, so are you starting him?
Yeah, I'll start him again.
Nice.
I mean, I'm not expecting 50 points.
Right. But let's see what he can do.
I'm expecting, 10 to 15.
Yeah, solid.
So that's a good floor.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else?
Because in most cases, he's my flex.
Oh, did you hear about Brett Favre?
The Parkinson's disease.
Yeah,
that's sad to hear.
It is what it is. I mean, he's an old man. It happens.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, yeah. Best of luck to him, and best of luck to you guys on your picks.
Yes, and thank you for listening to us and watching our channel, and please let your friends know about us.
Yeah,
click and subscribe.
That's Mustang Mike.
Like and subscribe. Thank you.
This is Blur Main Gus.
And we will see you next week. And good luck with your fantasy plays and your picks.
Bye.